I'm doing it again. I'm rambling, so I just deleted that video. It was 13 minutes. That's way too long. I thought you saw it. Oh, I got an eyelash or something that's driving me nuts. Maybe it's just dust in the air. Um, how are you doing? It is Tuesday, the last day of June, June 30th, 2020. Um, I hope you're all finding ways to make money if you're not employed, and if you are employed. If you're not employed, you can come over and check out my business. It's called The Career Blazing, and you can find it on Facebook and on Instagram. I wouldn't go to my website right now. It's under construction again. Oh my gosh, it really needs revamping. So I'm working on that slowly. I gotta get my butt in gear. I've been very disconnected lately. I just, like last week, all I wanted to do when I got done working is just to sit and just kind of fade out. I had to force myself to even walk a couple days. I didn't walk yesterday because we had terrible storms. And I didn't walk today because it's like 83 out, and it says it's 80, it feels like 88. So I'm waiting for the temperature to go down a little bit and maybe then go for a walk. I don't know. I have so much to do tonight because I vegged out late on last night. So anyway, yeah, I'm having fun still reading the Old Testament. I'm still in Genesis. We're up to Abraham and Sarah's old age, and it was fun. Reading this because God's like, yeah, Sarah's going to give you a son, and don't worry about Ishmael. He'll have his own children. That's Abraham's first son by Sarah's Egyptian maid. You know, there was a rule. There were these contracts and stuff like that, marriage contracts. Um, there was an old Assyrian one where if the bride did not get pregnant in the first 2 years of marriage, she had to procure a concubine for her husband to have children with. I was like, what? What? How crazy! That's just absurd. But anyhow, so Sarah, God had promised that Abraham would be the father of a great nation. So Sarah said, go in with Hagar and see if you can get her pregnant. And he did, and that was Ishmael. And then 4 years later, something God said, no, Sarah's going to have, no, that's okay, don't worry. But Sarah is going to give you a son. And then again, when like 10 years, oh wait, it was 10 years after that, the first time God told him. And then God told him again, like 4 years after Ishmael was born, that Sarah would have another child in a year. And Sarah was laughing. She's like, "I'll be 90 years old. Are you kidding? I'm old right up." She was laughing. And Abraham laughed too because he was going to be 100. And the God told him to name the boy Isaac. And the research I read said that Isaac in Hebrew sounds a lot like the Hebrew word for laughter. And it's like, oh, that's interesting because they were laughing about this. I got to name him laughter. Name him Isaac. And Sarah's like, well, that's okay. Then people can laugh with me. And anyways, she did have Isaac as foretold. And then when she was 127, she died, which made Abraham 137, and Isaac would have been 27. Ishmael would have been in his 30, like 31 something, but he already left with his mom. And if you want to watch that, I think I said something about that in the last video I did. And but anyway, so then Abraham gets Isaac's wife, and then he remarries and had some more kids. I was like, what? Yeah, I don't. Yeah, he's 140 something, and he's having kids. He's okay. I don't know how much I believe of this, but it is a great story. And is there truth to this? I don't know. I'm not going to say it's a lie. I don't know how much truth there is in this or not, but it's a great story. I love reading it. Um, I'll find out sooner or later if it's real, right? Um, so I don't know about you, but I've been feeling very disconnected. So I'm talking. So when I get real disconnected like that, I don't want to pray because I'm afraid I sound like I'm whining. It's like, why don't I have friends who live close enough to where I live that we can go and sit in the park and have a little picnic, keeping social distance and at least, have some human contact instead of just, I've been working from home for all these months. I don't have a husband or kids. I do have two siblings who share the house with me. But it's just kind of freaky, and I really wonder about the people who suffer from depression that comes from loneliness and stuff. Hopefully they're using their cell phones and stuff like that to reach out to people, or people are checking in on them. Nobody, I think I've had 2 friends check in on me so far, or 3, so it's like, which was really nice. I really appreciate that. I had a really good, interesting phone call today. It only lasted a few minutes, but it was a woman who is trying to reach out to people with a positive message. And she read off a scripture. Now I can't remember it, but it was a good scripture. And she wanted to get into a conversation, but I said, listen, oh, I am a Christian and I do read my scriptures. And she's like, oh, that's wonderful. Maybe I can call you again this time next week. I said, well, actually, I'm supposed to be working right now. She goes, oh, I'm sorry. It's like, okay, you have a great day. It's like, thanks. I wish I had asked her, I had taken her name and stuff down because it would have been nice to have a scripture buddy. We could have gotten on like Facebook Live and or Facebook chat or something like that and had a scripture meeting or something, got a little group together. That would have been fun. But how are you doing to keep yourself connected to God? I'd like to know, if you watch this, please comment and let me know what you're doing to keep close with God. Anyways, we're getting to 8 minutes, so I'm going to close. God bless you and keep you safe.